Hello, my name is Mark Aldrett and I'm the developer of Script Debugger. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to use Script Debugger to debug your script and avoid the Caveman debugging techniques that you have to use in AppleScript editor. I'll begin with a really simple example to show how AppleScript debugging works in Script Debugger. Here I have a script that displays a dialog and then responds depending on which button is pressed. If I run the script, it presents the dialog, I push the OK button, but the wrong response happens, so there's a bug and we have to find it. In the script editor, you might have to add a log statement to figure out what the value of the dialog result variable is. But in Script Debugger, you don't have to work that way. You can work line by line through your script to see exactly what's happening. So, to begin, I turn on debugging, and you'll notice that the display has two areas. This area at the top is the result view, which shows the result of the last statement that was executed. And this area down below is the variables view that shows the value of all the variables that exist. So now I can work line by line. So we'll first of all display the alert, push the OK button, and we see that the result is a record that contains a button return property and its value is OK. I look at my code here and I see, I'm just comparing OK, the two letters, with the string OKAY. There's the problem. The if is not working correctly. So I can stop the script, fix it immediately, and then step through again, push OK, and we've found our bug. Now I'm going to move on to a somewhat more complex example. Here I have a script that responds to files dropped on it from the Finder. This type of script is hard to even test in the script editor because there's no way to simulate the act of dropping a file on the script. But Script Debugger makes this possible. You can just drag the file from the Finder into the Script Debugger window, and one of the options Script Debugger provides is the ability to invoke the script's open handler. So we can click Run. And we see immediately that the open handler has been invoked, and not only that, we see the parameter, the file, that was passed to it. The script has a bug. What it does is it processes an HTML template and replaces tags with values. It's not doing the right thing. So let's go through the script and see where it fails. So we can read the contents of the file. And here's a little trick. Script Debugger, since it recognizes this as HTML, it actually displays it as a web view. If you want, you can look at the actual HTML text as the source. I go into this in much more detail in the value viewing video. So we can begin to go through the tags, and we replace the first one and we see that it worked correctly, and we see that the second one didn't do anything and the third one worked. So there's something wrong with this second tag. Now in the script editor you would keep adding log statements until you found the problem, but that's not necessary in Script Debugger because you can actually see the value of your variables as you go. Another feature is the ability to set a breakpoint. So what we want to do now is stop the script, set a breakpoint on at the point where we actually replace the tag with the value. And then we can rerun the script. And here again, Script Debugger makes this really simple. When I push run, it actually resimulates the act of dropping the file on the script, so you don't have to go to that effort any longer. And it immediately stops at the statement where it's about to replace the tag, and we can see the tag coming in is first name, the value that we're going to replace is Mark, and we can actually look at the HTML and we see, yep, first name exists. That's good. So we can click Run. We see Mark has changed and we're back inside the replace text. Now we're looking for last name. We can look, the underscore is missing, so that's the problem. So we stop the script, we can put the underscore in here, and we can run it again. First name changes, push run. Last name changes, push run. Email changes, push run. So now we've fixed our bug, and we've been able to do this by examining variables directly within Script Debugger. We haven't had to add log statements, we haven't had to display dialog statements to figure out what's going on. And we can use breakpoints to stop at important points right where we need to see what's going on without having to waste a bunch of time looking at code that we know is working fine. So there you have two fairly simple examples of how Script Debugger removes the need for Caveman debugging techniques and lets you focus on exactly where the problems in your script are.